My name is Mureke Phineas, and today I'm going to take you through the types of intelligence in human brain. We as human beings, of course, we are born with different types of intelligence. And today I'm going to take you through several 10 times of intelligence, if the time will allow us. And first of all, I'm going to take you through the type of intelligence called the verbal intelligence. In this type of intelligence, you find that you have the ability to communicate well, to speak well, and to articulate your point well. And this is to bring success for any field that involves communicating with others. If you need promotion, of course, you must have that skill of communication, the skill of speaking and articulating your point well, and giving clear information at any areas that you have been needed. You find the great people in this one, the greatest people like Elon Musk, Thomas Edison, people like Henry Ford, people like all the greatest people that you see in this one. All of them have that ability to use that type of intelligence to explain what their thought is, to explain their thinking, to explain how it became this theorem called what they have created and given them great. Therefore, you must have and practice that we call the skill of communication, so that at the head of all you are able to articulate in anything, any information you have into your mindset, any field that you are participating, that you can able to express, and how you have come that if you are in business, how to give your boss and articulate to him how you got that financial development projection. And if you are able to do that, of course, you will be able to get more promotion. That's how many people are, or you see them joining those masters, joining the public speaking clubs, because they help them to engage and have that the ability to express themselves. Because if you lack that ability to express themselves, of course, it will become difficult for you to be able to be promoted. Another type of intelligence is called the mathematical intelligence. And this type of intelligence here, we are able the ability to use numbers, that is adding, subtracting, and multiplying. It helps you when you come to matters of engineering. Of course, if you don't have this ability of intelligence, when it comes to engineering, it becomes very difficult. You cannot able to do well. When it comes to business, it has the ability to read financial statements, and the ability it helps you in creating the development of financial projection. You find that you must have that ability to create that financial projection. It comes to matters of finances and businesses. Without this ability, of course, it becomes difficult for you to be successful in any business. And I say that with this knowledge of able to read this, to understand the expenses, cost, and any that deal with business through that mathematical intelligence, of course, you will be able to help you to make better decisions. And when you make better decisions, of course, you become more valuable. Therefore, this intelligence of mathematical intelligence, you must practice it through doing solving several problems involving this weakening your mind on this mathematical and dealing with numbers, subtraction, multiplication, and reading that financial statement and creating that projection. Of course, you're able to learn and weaken your thinking. Another type of intelligence we call the physical intelligence. People like Kipchoge, Kipkoin, people like Messi, people like Ronaldo, all these people find they have that ability, intelligence of physical intelligence, having that ability for using their body movement to be successful. Of course, many people may not do well in the mathematical intelligence, in verbal intelligence, but it comes to matters of physical intelligence or using this movement of the body. Of course, they have been successful through that. And let me take you through another type of intelligence, which is called the visual spatial intelligence. The ability to see and to see, the ability to see and create, see and interpret patterns, forms, and anything, and that will mostly are used by the architectural for drawing any like houses, big houses. When it comes to engineering, like drawing the component of, when it comes to the engineering core or any like piston, engine cylinders, rock arms, the many things that involve on that field of engineering. I can say that also this visual spatial can be, when it comes to engineering, of course, you must be much practicing on that because they awaken your mind much. It make you think more and more. That thinking more make you creative, innovative, and of course you will bring more ideas on the table. And we think do another form of intelligence is called the musical intelligence. And this type of musical intelligence, you find that you have that ability to create and express music. Of course, many people like Tremayo, join these people, like Callan Graf Jones, people like Bear, all the people, they may not do well in any other field, but when it comes to music, they can able to practice it and do well and express the music and attract many followers, of course, and even sometimes people can listen when it comes to matters of stress and maintain peace, of course, in homes. It comes to have many activities that are happening through that music, of course. It's create another, create that environment become amazing and becomes more interactive. Another intelligence is called interpersonal intelligence. Interpersonal is the ability to communicate, persuade, negotiate, and interact with others. Through this, you are able to communicate and ask, help communicate to others to do what you want. And this mostly, it's for most successful people in USA, you find have this called the skill of interpersonal intelligence. You find them, they are able to communicate, they are able to persuade, negotiate. Of course, when it comes to matters of sales and marketing, of course, we require this type of intelligence because you cannot become more excellent on the field of sales without this type of intelligence of communication, the type of intelligence of able to negotiate and persuade the person to buy the product. We have another type of intelligence we call the intrapersonal intelligence. Able to understand yourself, what do you want do you don't want. Of course, able to make better decisions and remain focused on your life. We have another intelligence called the intelligence of entrepreneurial intelligence. The ability to see the gap in the market and come up with the product and service that make profit. And this is the type of intelligence that make many business successful. You come to that type of business like Equity Bank of Kenya, KCB Bank of Kenya, many companies, of course, they see there is a gap in the market and that make them to look ways to create this product and service so that they can able to gain profit. And we as women beings must have try to create that type of intelligence so that it can help us to become more successful in any field of business that you try to build in any area. Another type of intelligence is called intuitive intelligence. Able to understand what is wrong, what is right. Of course, understanding this will help you to solve any problem that it's happened into the organization, it happened into any role that you have given, into any part you have been invoked to take root. Let me say you have another type of intelligence called the abstract. Abstract, that ability to have that image, create image. You see people like the instinct, he created the image of seeing him walking into the beam of light, and through that was able to create the theory of relativity, and that's how it became great from that. Must, so I see that for you to become great, you must combine your intelligence and help you to become an contention genius. Of course, when you combine your type of intelligence, try to look, you have this type of intelligence, which area am I best on? And when you see the area you are best on, try to practice it, try to associate with it more. And do that, it helps you to create more success in life. Because when you do anything that you are interested of course you do your best on it. You do your best on it, and you do the best on it. Of course, you produce better results. I mean, you try to find your intelligence early as now, so that when you reach the old age, of course, being I understand my intelligence now at my early age. Of course, when I understand my intelligence at early age and I start trying to doing practical thing on it, of course, I will produce better results on my old age. That's how people become great. People like the founder of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg, you see that ability of creating that Facebook at the early age. That's what made him to go and create that group with fellow colleagues who they share the common goal, and he was able to create that Facebook. You see that Facebook has created many job opportunities. Also see that through the intelligence you are able to create many job opportunities, and so many, of course, problems come to reduce the rate of poverty and increase even the growth of our economy and help us to have more GDP. And when we have more GDP, of course, our country won't depend mostly on the developed country, because we can able to produce our own things, we can able to bring money into our economy on our own means. I thank you for watching. Follow, share, and comment.